Welcome to Inside the Booth. And if you don't know what we're watching, this is the thumbnail. Welcome. I'm Dan the Law, and tonight we have Lovett Ever After with us. What's up, Lovett?
Hi, doing great, doing awesome. It's gonna be a fun night.
It is gonna
Excited
be a fun
about
night.
it. Yeah,
Got new it is gonna be fun. We got new features on StreamYard, which is nice. Oh look, I can even click on an outro video when I hit the end stream. Isn't that cool? Anyways,
it is very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we are going to be reviewing The Princess and the Frog.
Yes. It was my first time watching it. Was it yours?
It was my second time. I didn't really remember the first time. I mean, I remembered it a little bit, but you know, obviously watching it again, it's like, hey, okay, yep, I remember this, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember I liked that part. Oh, I didn't like that part. Or, you know, stuff like that. So yeah.
So yeah, this is a 2009 film. So we went back in time. We reached into the cookie jar and
2009. I actually thought this was like a more recent movie because, like,
oh wow,
for some weird reason, I thought I remember
like
it coming
12
out
or something,
like,
you know.
well, more like 2016 or something like that. But I guess not.
No.
I do like the style cartooning. I do miss some of these cartooning styles, you know.
Yes.
I think Disney should go back to the old way of doing things sometimes.
Old way of animation, yeah.
Yeah. Just because it's fun, you know. Obviously, they don't have to draw every little thing by hand because, you know, the technology, you can draw one thing and then you animate it through the computer. But, you know, it's, you know, this style is fun to do. It's fun to watch. It's you know, it's like it takes you back, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
it's entertaining for sure.
the good old days before they ruined everything. Thanks, Disney. Thanks
for Disney.
For not, anyways. But I did notice, you know, even in 2009, even Disney still wants to show you that, hey, they practice witchcraft just like other people do, you know?
Yeah.
So it's still kind of like one of those movies I'm like, I don't know if I still want to watch it with my kids. But, I mean, it's a cute movie, but at the same time, you know, there's witchcraft, you know? But it does show that it's playing. What I do like about it is it does show that playing with witchcraft will lead you down a bad path, and eventually you'll be taken away.
the roosters came home or the hens came home to rest or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Totally butchered that.
Don't play with witchcraft, everybody. I don't care if you tell me.
Dan, let's give your synopsis of it.
Right. Okay. I guess let's start with the plot. Oh, by the way, everybody, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen this movie in 2009 or recently, we're going to be doing lots of spoilers. So that's it. So the plot of the movie, my thinking of the plot of the movie is this girl wants to just honor her dad's legacy and create the restaurant that her and her dad wanted to make since she was a kid. And so her goal was focusing on just working her butt off to get a place and to make this restaurant happen. And even though that's what she wanted to do and nothing was going to stop her, her mom told her that her dad had everything, even though it wasn't, you know, it wasn't his dream to have the thing, but he had the love and the family that he needed. It's not always what you want, it's what you need.
Yeah.
And I thought that was nice. You know, it's very cute. Obviously on the way of her getting her dream to come true, a prince comes into town. he gets turned
Mhm.
into a frog because he plays around with the witch guy, and
Mhm.
the guy witch, I guess, needs the money or something because the demons want it. I don't know.
I
It
don't
was
think it was
kind of
about money.
it was kind of a little foggy in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
probably
one I
wasn't
didn't
about money.
grasp.
Yeah, it was about something to do with the prince. That's all.
Yeah, I think it had to do with like it was a royal soul, and I think he
Mm-hmm.
had so much debt, soul debt of doing black magic that he
Mm-hmm.
needed a big sacrifice to compensate
A
for
big
that.
payoff.
If not, yes, he was
He
rolling a
needed that
gamble.
payoff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
So yeah.
and then in the end, everything turned out good. So there's the plot. It was a
Bada
nice
bing, bada
plot.
bing.
Um,
Oh my goodness.
for my view of the plot, it was not a nice movie. It was a nice plot. So I guess I will give it a point.
Okay. Yeah.
What
So
did you
yeah,
think
like
of
you
the plot?
said, Tiana is the daughter of two middle lower class parents, that just working their butt off, and you see
Mm-hmm.
that she's got a best friend who's of higher status, and I think that's pretty cool that they allowed their friendship. But you do see when they grow up, there's uh, a they're still friends, but it's just kind of like they're kind of off on their own thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. They're
and
not
yeah,
as
she's
connected.
Yeah, and she's working her butt off, working 2 to 3 jobs, never getting any rest, saving up money. Everybody's laughing at her, like, "You'll never get
Mm-hmm.
it," that kind of stuff. And she finally makes a down payment, and she thinks everything's going well. But they lie to her and say, "No, you got outbid," that kind of stuff. And her best friend is like wanting this fairy tale life. She's such a spoiled girl. I want Prince Charming. I want, all this stuff because they grew up with Tiana's mom telling them fairy tales when they were young, and they'd make
Mm-hmm.
her
Yeah.
all these pretty princess dresses.
Right.
Yeah, and
She
so she
wanted to
sees
be.
her
Yeah.
getting all this stuff and her life is going down. So she makes a wish to the star because that's what her best
Mm-hmm.
friend did. Oh, I need a prince, right? And poop,
Right. Yeah.
this frog shows up. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So they
That
make
that
Prince
was
Naveen
interesting.
like a spoiled boy, doesn't want to do anything, very lazy, um,
Right.
complete
Well, that's kind of
opposite.
like what the kids are these days, this day and age, anyway, right?
Hmm. Yeah. So the complete opposite of what Tiana is. And
Mm-hmm.
so they go on a journey because, he
Well,
thinks she's a
what do they say?
princess.
Opposites attract, don't they? The
Yes, that's
complete
right.
opposite of the other person, they attract each other.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
So
know if
he
that's
needs her help.
exactly what it was supposed to be, but
He thinks she's royal, and they both turn into
hmm
frogs. And then they're on this mission in the bayou.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it's a fun adventure. You have a little witch woman in the bayou and a talking alligator,
yeah.
lightning
Well, she was
bug.
supposed to be the good witch. Ay, ay,
Yeah.
ay. Witches aren't good. Witches are evil. You can't. There's no
No
white
such thing as
witch. You're
good.
still playing with demons. Don't
Hmm.
do it. Ay, ay, ay.
So, but I actually, when they were still frogs, I kind of liked that ending. I really did. If
Mm,
they'd kept
right.
it for a minute, I was like, oh man, they're gonna stay, frogs.
Yeah,
But
they're gonna
it
stay
would have been such
frogs.
a cool story if they had set up like their own little frog restaurant on the bayou for
Yeah.
all the other
Right. That'd
creatures.
be
You know what I'm
funny.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
think. Um, but yeah, I'd give this movie a point as far as plot. I think they keep it in line and it has a good ending.
Right.
Hmm.
I give it a point as well. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on forward.
Hmm.
Acting.
Acting.
All right. So the acting. I thought
Hmm.
they did a wonderful job. Let me just pull up all the actors that were in this. Um,
Yes.
unfortunately, there were some actors I'm not too fond of, but you know what? That's okay. You have Anakia Noe Rose, who played
Mhm.
Tiana. You got
Yep.
John Musker, who played
Mhm.
the prince's butler there, I think it was. You
Yes.
got Bruno Capos is his name, who played Prince
Prince
Naveen.
Naveen. Mhm.
Jennifer Codd, who played Charlotte. Um,
Mhm.
Oprah Winfrey, that's the person I was
That was the
talking
White
about.
Witch.
Yeah,
Mm.
yep. And Keith David played Dr. Felsier, which is
Yes. Voodoo
the
doctor.
the voodoo black witch person.
Mhm.
Um, and then you got Jim Cummings as Ray. He did a good job.
Mhm.
John Goodman as the Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
Mhm.
Big
Yeah,
Daddy.
that was the
And
spoiled girl's
the
dad.
spoiled girl's dad, yep.
Yeah.
He wasn't in it much, but he was in it.
Yeah.
Um, so Keith David playing the bad witch. This is what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Um, he did a good job, but
Mhm.
when you look at the guy, who does he remind you of more when you just look at him?
Terrence Howard?
Okay, no, I could see
And
that.
actually he's actually in the
Um,
movie.
oh, is he?
Yeah.
You know,
He's
you
the
know who he.
father
Okay, yeah,
of Tiana.
but you know who he reminds me of most
Who?
is Jamie Foxx.
Ah.
See, he kind of
Yeah.
has that look,
Yeah.
when he
Uh-huh.
smiles. Hey, hey, that's
Yeah.
me. Oh, yeah. Look, like,
I see it.
I think
Just with
Jamie
some
Foxx would have been
contacts in his eyes.
a right. I think Jamie Foxx would have been a good witch doctor guy. Um,
This was made before his accident actually.
right.
So I think he
Um,
has medical issues now.
right. Um, but that's what. Never mind. That's another for another discussion.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. Let's move on there. But yeah, I think if this became a live action movie, this movie would be a nice live action movie. I think. Um, this one I could see Disney making into a live action, but you got to keep the premise to where it is.
Mhm.
But this one would be a good live action. What's up,
Yeah, the
Phil?
acting. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, the acting was good. I mean, you don't have real life actors, so you have just the cartoon. So it really
The voice
relies a
acting,
lot on the voice and how they portray it. So
right?
I
So
think a
I
lot
will.
of them did pretty good.
Yeah, I'll give it a point
I'm
for sure.
not too keen on Oprah's.
Oh, yeah, me either. But I mean, who is?
Let me see who else.
I'd only seen this film because this girl I was dating wanted me to see. Nice. Yeah, I wasn't really interested in this movie when it came out back in '09,
Mhm.
but obviously when you get kids and you want to watch something that your kids might like or something,
Yeah.
2009 was a good year for movies. So I
Mhm.
just thought maybe be a good movie. It's okay. Um,
Yeah. It's not like the
yeah,
best of
it's
the
okay.
Disney
Yeah, it's not
films.
the best.
You can
But of course,
see.
Disney films. If you think about it, most Disney films have you got the witchcraft stuff or
Mhm.
the bad person, and then you got the good people. So
Yeah.
that's kind of a normal Disney movie.
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Um.
I give it a point for acting.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Nice. Me too. And then we move on
Mhm.
to the next
I
one.
mean, who the best actor was in this movie was Evangeline. Nailed it.
Evangeline. Yeah, nailed it
Didn't even
perfectly.
speak a word and just
Yeah, she was the
sold it.
Firefly's soulmate. um,
Mm-hmm.
which was a star.
Polaris.
That's right. But he even talked to the star and said it's okay. She doesn't know what really happened or something like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So then in the end, when he dies, poor little Firefly gets stepped
Yeah.
on. He
Mm-hmm.
turns into a star next to his soulmate. So that was cute.
Yeah. That was because when they
Um,
were killing him, I'm like, this is messed up. Like, seriously, this is
yeah,
a
right.
Disney
Like,
film.
ooh,
Like, come
Disney
on
movie
now.
did
Like,
that. Well,
but then
they
they've
didn't
had
show
death
anything.
before.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't show anything. So but you do hear the sound crunch.
Yeah. We've all killed a
That's the
bug,
same.
so we know.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's killed a bug in their
So,
life. If you haven't, then
mhm. What's wrong with
maybe there's something wrong with you. Cinematography is next. But
you?
before we do
Uh-huh.
cinematography, I'm going to do a commercial break. But for this
Da-da-da-da.
commercial break is going to be a little bit different, only because a friend of mine asked me if I could share his Kickstarter, um,
Yay.
and I gotta grab that link. Sorry, didn't have it prepared. Give me a few seconds as my computer's slowly loading because I already have other stuff. There we go. Yeah. Come on. I'll just copy. There we go. Copy that. Come back over
Yep.
here. So in the comments section, everybody, um, my friend Sketchy Guy, who actually drew the logo, and
Mm-hmm.
all of us that were on there, and then obviously when the other two people left, we had the two still. So he drew all that stuff, and he's into making comic books. And I guess his
Ah.
Kickstarter for this one comic book is almost up, and he is about 80%. Um, yeah, 80% got the money for it,
Oh,
and
wow.
he just needs a little bit more help. So before the 15th of October. So obviously, I'll probably post a couple things on Twitter and Facebook um, about it so that people can
Mm-hmm.
look at it. But for tonight, there's that. Go support him. He's a good guy. Sketchy guy is a great guy. He's
Mm-hmm.
been on the show a few times, and he's fun. He's a fun guy to talk to
Yeah,
and
definitely.
hang
I'll
out
look at
with.
it after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be that link there.
Space lasers. Oh,
Space.
wow. It looks like a Toe Jam and Earl kind of theme of drawing.
Oh yeah. Um,
Yeah.
According to Pumbaa, that bug would be a big ball of gas. Yes.
That he would. Just an afterthought.
Yeah. Um,
Mhm.
so you got that for a commercial break. Also, obviously, if you don't know us here on Inside the Booth, get to know us and subscribe to the channel, vanquish the like
Mhm.
button, ding the bell, and buy some merchandise. We got a bunch of stuff. And if
Mhm.
you have any ideas for other merchandise, let me know. I will make it
Mhm.
because it's more fun to make things. Oh, look
Yes.
at this. I can
And
make
we
rounded.
want Dan to review Mouse Hunt. So
Ooh.
please tell Dan to watch.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey, we got to watch Mouse Hunt.
Because you have a
Ah, yeah,
mouse.
yeah. That's it. Oh, that's
Oh my
strange.
goodness. Ooh.
I'm just playing around. Look, I got the corners rounded, but we don't have to have them
Mm-hmm.
rounded. I think I'll leave them
Fancy.
rounded for tonight. Fancy stuff. Uh, StreamYard has new features, everybody.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so that is that? Oh, let me hit back acting just real quick.
Yeah.
Before when I said it'd be fun to have a live action of it,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be the alligator. There's a
Ray, is
costume of
that?
it. That would be so. Wouldn't
Oh
that
my
be so
gosh.
fun?
I
This
think
would
he
be
had a
more of
good
like a.
ending, you know?
Yeah, he did. I think this would be more of a fun, like a stage play or something. You get the
Mm-hmm.
costume like this.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun to do.
Yeah,
Um,
school play or something like that.
yeah, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Get little costumes for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, that's it. So cinematography. Um, so what I was saying about cinematography, because it's not about obviously the video because it's a
Mm-hmm.
cartoon. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think they did a good job drawing it and making these scenes look, you know, kind of real. And look at like the
Mm-hmm.
your background.
Yeah.
It's very ambient. It's very
Yeah.
like
It
almost like
had a bit of
real scenes. When you
enchantingness to it, you know?
yeah, 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 and the glowy
Yeah.
things glued nicely, and
Mm-hmm.
it was nice to watch. It was nice to look at.
Yeah.
It was pleasing to the eyes. It
I
wasn't
was
like
trying to figure out
too
like
dark.
what like era is it in because it's like a little bit felt like it was a little bit older, like they were in the 70s or something like that.
Oh, right,
Did you
right.
get the feeling?
Yeah, I got the feeling that it was more maybe like 30s or 40s.
There you go.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Maybe I thought maybe around
Yeah.
30s or 40s. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, it was a little bit older. It takes place
Yeah.
in.
So I
I
think they
mean, I
did
could
really
look
good
it
at
up,
that
but
because you could tell,
hmm
Um, yeah, but just the colors and the artwork and just how they drew it.
here's some
What
artwork.
Phil said, think this was the last hand drawn, where they didn't use CGI.
hmm But I mean, yes and no. I think they did use CGI just because
Just a touch.
um, because of how crisp everything is. Like they drew
Mm-hmm.
it, but they used CGI for the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know. Like how they do South Park. Or
Yes.
because it's like hand drawn. It's 2D, but it's not like drawn on a piece of paper and flipped and drawn on a piece of paper and flipped and drawn. It's like
Mm-hmm.
computerized, but it's 2D and it looks like a drawing. So
Mm.
yeah,
Kind of like
I
with
think they
Titan
did a good job.
AE, if you remember that
Right.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think they did a good job. So I will give it a point because I know I would have a hard time animating stuff.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a really good animation. The scenes flow. The way they do the dark figures, very
Yeah. Yeah.
interesting,
Yeah.
how they have
The
it, the
demon,
shadows going
the
across
shadow
things.
demons. Yeah. The
Yeah,
shadow
yeah.
demons.
I know. And
Um,
there was some really funny
that was
parts,
good.
like how they had them tongue tied and
Right.
just
The
the
little
drawing
bug
of the
is like,
faces.
"Whoa!"
Mhm.
Yeah. The bug was like, "Oh, you guys are a little intimate there."
Uh-huh.
With the tongue tied stuff.
So I'll give it a point for sure.
Okay,
Mhm.
sounds good. Oh boy, I have a feeling that this movie's gonna be one of those movies that is not gonna get bad ratings from us.
No, there's
This,
one I'm gonna give it a bad rating.
this movie sucked. Um, Next is the music, the score of the movie.
I did
Um,
not like it.
you didn't like it, huh?
Mm-mm.
Oh, see, we are now disagreeing.
Yeah.
Yes. So why didn't you like it?
Just I think just the way that they really can't.
There's a cat tail right in front of your face. That's so funny.
Uh, just, I mean, the score was great, but just the lyrics itself, I just didn't really
Oh, you didn't
like
like the
it,
lyrics?
especially,
Okay.
the witch doc, the White Witches songs.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't catchy enough. There was only one song I liked, and that was at the end, which was Neo.
Uh,
When
you
they
didn't
played
like
at the
the
end.
alligator song when he wants to be a human or whatever, and he's.
That was all right.
I mean, that was pretty fun, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's kind of
it
jammy.
was, but
Well,
the music really didn't catch me. You know,
mm-hmm.
I didn't
It's all
stop and like, cause I would get up and do things. I didn't stop and like look because of the music.
right.
Yeah.
Um. So, on the opposite side, I did like the music.
Mhm.
It was to me, it was upbeat, kind of blues. Had some
Mhm.
blues to it, and it was a little
Jazzy,
jazzy stuff. Yep, little blues and
bluegrass.
jazz.
Mhm.
No, not bluegrass, but it was more
No.
like blues and jazz.
Mhm.
Um, which was really, I don't know, I like that kind of music. And the score
Yeah.
part was pretty well done, I thought.
Yeah.
Um,
It
but
was in theme with
I
the
did like,
era.
right, and I did like
Mm.
the songs.
Mhm.
I like the songs, anyways. Like the first song wasn't the best, but it got better as it went along. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, yeah. So for the most part, I will give it a. I guess I'll give it a point. I know I didn't like that first song, but yeah, I'll still give it a point just because the rest of the songs were good and
Mhm.
the music was all right. So
I will
just
give
for
it no
me,
points.
no points for you,
No points.
one for me. All right. And last but not least for the categories
Mhm.
is the allegory.
Allegory.
Oh yes, the
Mhm.
allegory of the movie. Did you want to go first?
No, you go.
You want me to go?
Mhm.
Okay. I see. There's a few allegories. I did enjoy some of them.
Mhm.
One of them, obviously, is you don't play with demons. You don't play around with witchcraft. Because at the
Mhm.
end, the guy goes, "Hey, give me more time. I need to do some stuff." And then they took him away and basically killed him. And
Yep.
he was gone for good.
Mhm.
Goodbye, cartoon that looks like Jamie Foxx. um, but it's good not to play around with spirits that you don't know what you're doing.
Mhm.
It's good to just kind of leave it alone. Obviously, some people don't. They'd rather play around because they think it gives them power and
Mhm.
it gives me control and power and blah
Mhm.
blah blah because the devil's a liar. Um,
Mm.
Another allegory I did enjoy was the whole um, learning about what you need compared to what you want.
Mhm.
Your dreams. You should go for your dreams, but at the same time, um, what we really need in life is love and people to be there for us so that we can reach our goals and
Mhm.
dreams. And in the end, that's what happened. Everybody
Yeah.
got reached their goals and dreams while having love, and they found that
Mhm.
out. And
Yeah.
Jesus is our first love. And
Absolutely.
keep your eyes on Christ, and He'll take you far for sure.
Mhm.
So,
Yep. It's like you said. It's you get the promises, but it's never what you actually
hmm
get in the end. What you're gonna get dealt is far worse than what you're gonna think you're gonna get. Playing with
right,
spirits.
yeah,
I liked it. She was so headstrong in her thoughts of what she actually wanted, versus what she needed.
yeah,
And it
hmm
took a moral compass shakeup of her self,
right,
to realize that she wanted love and family all along,
right.
instead of,
And
but she still
you
got
know
the
what's
success.
interesting? You know
Mhm.
what's interesting is that
Mhm.
Disney doesn't. do that stuff anymore. When that stuff appeals to us human beings, and
Mhm.
it appeals to our emotions, and like you can relate to things like this.
Mhm.
Now they don't do anything like that. All they do is
Mhm.
push an agenda that nobody likes and
Mhm.
nobody watches anymore, and they're losing money. Come on, Disney,
Absolutely.
wake up.
You did see a little bit of it because they made the guy very, like, just lazy and a sluggard and just likes to party and have fun and not take anything serious, you know? So there was a
Are you talking
moral
about the
learning on
prince?
his stance. Yeah,
Yeah,
Prince Naveen.
yeah,
So he
yep,
had to grow up and learn not
yeah.
everything
And
was
he
all
started
roses.
right, and he was like, "Well, if I just marry someone rich, I'll get my money and do not, I'll
Mhm.
be able to do nothing again, because my
Yeah.
parents will let me come back."
Mhm.
And instead, he learned how to mince mushrooms and
Yeah.
cut things up, and
Minced
learned to
vegetables.
help out in the restaurant. Obviously, in the
Mhm.
end, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was he learned how to work and be somebody who was not just a lazy person.
And the way he said it
Realized
when
that
he was
working's
doing the
fun.
mushrooms, it's like he has all these people doing it and he realizes that he can't do anything himself. So
Right. So it made him
that's a
happy that he was
humbleness.
able to do something. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's my
He had
first
to
time
humble
I was
himself.
able to do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
And he still minces.
Yeah, that's right.
'Cause they serve the plate with the parents and stuff, and it's minced.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Look
did
at what
find
I
that
did,
funny. It was
mom
the
and dad. Uh,
continuation throughout the movie.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Showing off his new talent.
Mhm.
Doesn't know how to
So,
cook.
yeah.
Just mince it up.
So, in the end, Tiana got her all her dreams, even the one that she wanted, not the one she needed. So, she got both of
Neat.
them.
She did. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, yeah, and it's good to keep your loved ones alive in your mind.
Mhm.
Why not? Like her dad. They don't say
Yeah.
how he passed away, but somehow he
Yeah, they
passed
left that a
away,
mystery.
and yeah, which is interesting. I mean, they made a good movie, but you could still add some backstory to some stuff. That's why
Mhm.
I said if you make this movie would be good as a live action. Disney, listen to me. This would be a good live action movie.
Oh,
But you
no,
have to
don't do it.
cast it right. You have to cast it right, and you have to keep in the line of the way the movie's already made. You can't like
Mhm.
make somebody transgender or anything. Screw that stuff. Um, but yeah, um, like I said, if Jamie Foxx ever gets better, this is the guy he should be playing.
Yep. Now this is see, I think the problem is that Disney has been running off of the Brother Grimm's fairy tales for a long time, and I think they
Yeah,
finally ran out
yeah.
of stories because this one is actually a Grimm brother story. It's called The Frog Prince.
Oh, right,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
And it was actually a little bit different too. So this one
Yeah, it
is
was
not
about him in the book, not her.
right, not her. Yeah.
Mhm.
And this one they just kind of switched it around,
Mhm.
and what was nice is that this movie was not is not a it's not like one of those big deals as a race swapping type story
Mhm.
because it works.
Yeah.
Um, my
The
mom's here.
majority of the
Hi, mom.
population in
Yeah,
Louisiana is, you know, of Louisiana descent.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
So another thing I want to mention real quick before I add up, you gave it a point for allegory, right? So I think I
yes.
did. I do too. I forgot
Mhm.
about that. Before I add anything up, I want to show something if it will work. If not, I'll just copy and paste the link here too.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I'll put it right here. All right, here's the link to this. There's this guy that I found on scrolling YouTube, and he does animations and stuff. He animated a Lewis scene with him and Lewis live
Oh
action.
wow.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun and it's cool. I'm gonna try to show it. I'm not sure how well it's going to run because my computer sucks, but let's try.
Yeah.
You know, I should have downloaded it as a video and then showed a piece, but that's all right, I guess.
It'd be easier.
Share screen. I just want to share this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Share audio. Here we go. Can you see it? Did it
There you
pop up?
go.
Is it there? Okay, so it's kind of there. Okay. And even if I can't get it to play, you'll see a little bit.
Yeah, they would have to absolutely do this in Louisiana if it's a live action.
Yeah.
We got to see the crocodile. That's all we need.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
yeah, it's not loading well, but you know, there's a piece of it, you know.
Yeah.
And the link
But
is down there.
if
So
they
if you
did
want
live
to,
action, they'd probably make the animals all CG'd.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Exactly. They
So
probably
lose
would.
some of its fun.
Right. But I think this was a little fun as a CG.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you click the link, obviously, and watch it for yourself after the show,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see. You know, it is smooth and it looks fun. Obviously, but in the beginning part, he shows you how he did it. So, which is
Oh,
kind of
that's
cool. I
awesome.
like those. I like those types of videos where they do the work and they show you how they're doing it, and then they show the
Mm-hmm.
little video at the end. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that is. And I'll probably have to come back and leave these links in the comments after the show so that people can click on stuff.
Yeah.
I think the live chats after the show, you can't really go back and click on stuff. So
I think you do replay, but you'd have to be at the right time at the right place.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it'd be good just to drop them down in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That is cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So that's a fun thing.
It'd be like a B tier movie for me. It's not.
Yeah, of course. It wouldn't be probably wouldn't be like the most fantastic movie, but it would be better. I think it would be better than Snow White being a live action movie.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because their Snow White movie is not turning out good.
Mm-mm.
Did you see that they took the actors out and animated the Seven Dwarves now?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
people were
you
really
remember?
upset about that.
Yeah, because you remember like some actors were like really tall, short and
Mhm.
tall, and there were
There
some
was women.
females, and yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, I guess enough people complained about it. They because I saw a trailer for it, and those seven dwarves are not, like different people anymore. It's all, like seven
Mhm.
dwarves, but the computer generated uh, seven dwarves are kind of bad. If you look at it, they're not good. I mean, it could be just because it's the trailer and they wanted to get
Mhm.
something out, but
Yeah.
it's not like it's doesn't look
It
that
was
great.
kind of reminds me about when the Sonic movie came out and they showed like a sneak peek and everybody
Yeah,
was so upset about how Sonic was drawn because it was just horrible, right?
yeah.
But
Sonic
they
was
actually
horrible looking.
listened. They actually
They
listened
did.
and
They
changed
did.
him and everybody
Yeah.
loved it. Mhm.
I think that's what Disney's trying to do. They're changing it so that people will like it. Getting a
Mhm.
little bit smarter. They're probably
Yeah.
thinking, well, we need to make some kind of money. But
But as far as a rewatch of The Princess and Frog, because I saw it again today, just parts of it as I was going about my day.
hmm
Um,
right,
I wouldn't rewatch it again. It's not something I'm going to go back to. Maybe it's just
right.
because it's not a childhood memory. Like when you're young
hmm
and you watch Tarzan or Mulan for the first time, like those just hit you home. Just something about it when you're
Right,
young. But now that I'm
right.
older, it doesn't hit me the same way.
I get that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. I don't
I'd
see,
pull out Mulan before this.
would you?
Yeah, not the live action.
What would, right, right. What would I pull out? I don't know. I was never into like Disney movies really. My brother liked Lion
Okay.
King when that came out.
Yeah. Mhm.
Obviously the cartoon, not the live action.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Yeah, you know what? I think I liked Aladdin a little bit better just because it had uh, uh, Robin Williams in it, and
Mhm.
I liked him as an actor, and he was funny, so
Mhm.
that was good.
Yeah,
But
Robin
I don't know.
Williams definitely
Oh yeah,
stole it.
you can't. Yeah, you can't change the genie
Mhm.
when they made it live action. Ugh,
Ugh.
they changed him and they gave it to that other guy there. That yeah,
Smith or something
Mr.
like
Will
that.
Smith. Yeah, Will Smith, guy who
He's not a
slaps everybody
comedian.
at the Oscars. No, he's not.
Yeah.
And he slaps everybody at the Oscars. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely you need to choose somebody because it was just perfect of how goofy and crazy the genie was. Just Robin Williams
hmm
just meshed so much with that.
Oh yeah, and
Because
he
you
did
think
his
about
own
Mork and
voices and
Mindy
stuff.
and
hmm
yeah.
He did his own voices, and Will Smith can't do voices. He's bad at it.
Yeah.
Will Smith is just Will Smith in all his
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
He's not the best actor.
There was only one song I like of his. Maybe there's
Of
two.
whose?
Will Smith.
Oh, that's right.
We
He's
got
a
jiggy.
singer. That's right. I forgot
Yeah,
about
he
getting
did. He
jiggy
was
with
a
it.
singer in the 90s.
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Everybody
Na
knows
na
the
na 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 na.
getting jiggy with
Getting
it.
jiggy
Yeah.
with it. Yep.
Uh, but there is another one. Hold on. Go ahead and tally it up. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. Just the two of us, which was kind of like a remake.
Right.
Oh my
We can make
gosh,
it
the
if we
Wild
try.
Wild West.
Wild Wild West. That was a horrible movie.
That was
That
so
was so.
dumb.
That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I think. Um.
Sadly, I've watched that more times than I can count.
Oh really? Oh boy. I remember when I was a kid, it seemed cool at the time, but then
Hmm.
as I got older and watched it again, it's like, why did I like this movie? It's kind of dumb. Um, so tallying it up, drum roll, everybody.
Da, da, da,
Uh,
da.
it is 9 out of 10. so it
9
gets a
out of
good score.
10.
That's right, 9 out of
Wow.
10. So this movie does get a
Bravo.
good score from us here at Inside the
Mhm.
Booth.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. Leave comments down
Mhm.
below. Tell us what you think of the movie. Tell us if
Yeah.
we're wrong. If we're wrong about this movie, tell us, like, hey,
Yes.
you know what? This movie wasn't really that good.
Tear into it.
Yeah. Give us a new one.
Acting. The voices.
Yeah, the
Ugh.
voice acting was horrible. Oh my goodness.
How
Uh
dare that lightning bug love a star?
yeah, right. Wow, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's so dumb.
So
Um
dumb.
so what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. Um It's nighttime, everybody. I've been up since five
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning. We had a
Yeah.
show this morning, actually, everybody.
Mhm.
With me and my brother and a guy named Ruben, who is
Mhm.
a like a small actor, but he's an actor nonetheless, and a bunch of stuff. So go watch that show too. Uh,
Mhm.
it was done this morning.
Yeah, it was very enlightening to hear his opinion about the movie industry and the things he
Yeah,
experienced and how he likes to share the word, you know?
yeah, and that's
Mhm.
what we need. We need more of that, especially in Hollywood,
Yes.
and we need
Mhm.
that everywhere, really. Um, like even our next door neighbors might need some Jesus.
Yep.
So share the love, everybody.
Yes.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, uh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, awesome. So
Yeah,
what do you
it's
got
not
going
not
on
much.
for the next week?
Oh, next week I have this guy named Nate something or other. Forget his
Mhm.
last name. He's
Something
gonna be
or other.
coming. Yeah, he's gonna be coming on the show. I'm gonna interview him. He's a cosplayer slash. They made a couple of, what are they called? Fan films, YouTube fan films
Mhm.
about um, Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi or something like that. So,
Wow.
yeah, obviously I'll have all the links next week
Mhm.
when he's on. But
Yeah. That'd
yeah,
be
it'll be fun.
interesting.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, I met him at the
Mhm.
Comic-Con and I talked to him, and he's kind of like us. He's upset with Disney. He's a
Mhm.
conservative. Um,
Mhm.
and so yeah, it was fun to meet him because there was not a lot of those type of people at the Comic Con. Comic Cons are
Mhm.
filled with all sorts of people, and
Yes, all walks
a
of
lot of them.
life.
That's right, and a lot of them
Mhm.
are more of the left winged of the bird. Well, we're
Yeah.
more of the
Leave our toys
right,
alone.
yeah, and we're more of the right wing of the bird. But it's all the same
Mhm.
bird, just different
Yeah, it
wings.
is. One bird trying to steer the
That's
ship.
it. That's, that's it. And you got to have both so that you can have balance.
Mhm.
you know.
One side's going
But
the other's like
yeah, right. And the other one's going slow. The other one's going fast. Yeah, so funny.
it is.
Ah, it's a retarded bird. Yeah, so that's it, everybody. We're here on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, 9 p.m.
Mhm.
Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know it, you know it now.
Yes.
Don't forget to. I should have done this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Mhm.
There it is.
And
Subscribe right in our faces and vanquish the like button.
mhm.
And last but not least,
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
Ding ding. That's right. Oh,
ding
Carl
that bell
Weathers.
so you are notified for when we
Mhm.
post more stuff. And on Tuesdays when we're live, like right
Mhm.
now, we're live. And don't forget,
I will.
everybody, you can talk back.
Yes. Yes. Talk us in the comments. Tell us how right or wrong we are.
Or how much
Definitely.
you love us.
Yes. Do that for sure.
All
But
right,
I look
guys.
forward to
Yeah. doing the mouse hunt.
Just saying the next stream we partake in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody look forward to next week, then the following weeks after.
Mm-hmm.
We do have another special thing going on at the end, the last Tuesday of the month, which every last Tuesday of the month is the review show, and we always have good talks and fun talks. But this review show, we're gonna have a guy named James Cully on, and he's another builder, prop maker, and you know, he's a cool guy, so he'll be a guest. Anyways, yeah, that's it, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here on Inside the Booth. We appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget to show a little bit of love to your neighbors. And this is our goodbye music. Hey, pretty fun. See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, have a wonderful week. Enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Don't do voodoo.
Yes. Don't do voodoo. No, that's for sure.
Don't do the voodoo that you do.
That's it.